Time to talk about the micro jolt that can derail your entire afternoon. So here's what you'll learn in this podcast episode: why one tiny threat, like a snide comment, can hijack your body and brain in seconds; why mindset work fails when your nervous system is activated; how stress chemistry, so cortisol, adrenaline, glucose storage, keeps your brain stuck in scanning and rumination; why insomnia and 3 a.m. brain isn't a personality flaw, it's physiology; a 60 to 90 second kettle reset to downshift your body so your mind can clear; and the real meaning of I don't have time. So you know that moment when you're just minding your business and then a social media comment hits you like you've been slapped by a wet fish, like that clip from Monty Python. Nice vid, fake pictures, use of AI slop is a nice way to spot low quality creators. So firstly, that comment is real and the video was me on camera like always. I added a bit of cartoon style AI imagery to make it punchier because not everybody has a graphic designer on retainer for a 40-second reel. Secondly, in mere seconds, my blood pressure resembled an old whistling kettle about to blow the lid. It did not matter that 49% of those who found the video stayed to watch it and 10% who gave me their most precious resource, aka time, hit the like button. In that moment, this one single keyboard meanie hijacked my mind and body, not because I'm fragile, because my body and mind did what they're designed to do: work in tandem. My body read that tiny snide comment and internalized it to the same threat level as the 1983 film War Games supercomputer, which almost triggered nuclear war after an accidental hack. And the problem is, once your body hits threat mode, your brain doesn't sit down with a cup of tea and go, let's think rationally. It goes defend, ruminate, rehearse arguments you'll never post, or invent a future where you're cancelled by a stranger with a default profile picture. And then, like clockwork, my brain tried its favourite escape hatch: I don't have the time, which actually in my case is not a time problem, it's just a safety problem. So here's the bit the internet doesn't want to admit, because it ruins the whole just change your thoughts industry, and boy does that industry make a pretty perennial too. Now, when your nervous system is activated, your body behaves as if you've jumped into a lion's pen, not metaphorically, literally dived in there, and the biological storm that hits your nervous system is the exact same. So when somebody tells you it's just a limiting belief, or your mindset is the issue, or just reframe it, they're basically asking you to outthink a body that's pretty sure it's about to be lion food. Good luck with that. Now, the reality is your brain can't clear because it's not in charge right now. Your body is. Which is exactly what you need if you're trapped in a lion's pen and it's eyeing you up the same way I look at ice cream in the freezer. But it's definitely not what you need when some schmuck has defaced your nice, polite comment section. And if you're anything like my people, so high functioning, responsible, doing the most they can, you don't get a bit stressed. You get the tight chest, the jaw clenched, the mental tabs multiplying, and not in a cool grease is the word way, more like you ignored the rule to not feed the gremlins after midnight way. The 3 a.m. wake up when your brain starts doing admin like it's being paid overtime, and insomnia turns up like a lovesick ex you can't shake no matter how many times you relocate halfway across the country. And that isn't because you're broken, that's because your system has learned a pattern: threat, activation, chemistry, looping, thoughts, no sleep. And the more you try to solve it with thinking, the more your body goes cute. Anyway, here's a bucket load of more adrenaline, because lion. Now, I'm not here to guru you. I'm here to educate you so you can look at your own life and go, ooh, that's what's happening. So when your body detects a threat, and yes, a snide comment counts, your stress system kicks in. And here's what's going on. So first up, just so you know, cortisol is not the villain. It's just like an alarm clock. Cortisol gets a seriously bad rep online, but it's not a toxic hormone. It's more like a mobilize your resources hormone. It helps you wake up, focus, get energy into the bloodstream, and respond fast. In short bursts, it is phenomenal. Now, the problem is that modern stress isn't a tiger, a lion, or your mother-in-law. It's social judgment, pressure, invisible labour, constant notifications, and unresolved emotional load. So the alarm just keeps ringing. And second up, your body stores energy when it thinks you'll need to run. So under stress, your body shifts how it handles fuel. And one of the most annoying patterns you'll experience is insulin pushing glucose into storage, so your fat stores, so that you've got energy saved for later. It really isn't doing it because it hates you. It's preparing you for the apocalypse it thinks is happening. Thirdly, chronic stress helps break the in-out flow. So when things are working well, energy moves in and out of storage as needed. And when stress is constant, cortisol interrupts that normal flow pattern. So you can end up with stress chemistry hanging around way longer than it should. A body that feels wired even when you're sat still, a brain that keeps scanning from problems in the environment because your internal environment is still feeling unsafe. And this is why, regardless of all of those mindset practices that you pride yourself knowing inside and out, it still feels like your thoughts have taken up ballroom dancing at around 3 a.m. Fourthly, why your brain won't shut up. So your brain is basically a prediction machine, right? If your body is sending signals like tight chest, clenched jaw, restless legs, wired but tired energy, your brain goes, something's wrong, must find the problem. And then it starts rummaging through your past, your to-do list, your relationships, your bank account, that thing you said in 2017 that nobody's allowed to mention. And not because you're being dramatic, because your physiology is still broadcasting threat. So here's the cheat code, how you can stop trying to calm your mind first. So this is the part that really annoys the manifest it crowd. So if you want your mind to clear, you don't start with your mind, you start with your body, because your body is the thing generating the internal environment that your brain is reacting to. So when you change the body state, your brain listens, not because you convinced it with affirmations, because you've shifted the physiology. Now here's what I mean. So yesterday morning I did my 11.5 minutes of sit. Like, I know 11.5 minutes seems really random, but warm up, cool down, plus the Jeeps I think my heart's about to give out workout just seems to land around that time. And the timing for me personally is really helpful. So I actually start the bathtub running while I'm in the bedroom, trying not to bash into things, so that the bath is done when the routine's through and my muscles can safely relax in the warm water. Now, because I'd actually dropped my phone down the stairs and shattered the screen, yes, I do stupid shit like this, I didn't actually take it into the bathroom. So I didn't get sucked into the abyss. I didn't get distracted. And my nervous system actually had a chance to downshift. Within a couple of minutes, I had a crystal clear step-by-step plan for something that had been shoved on my cognitive shelf for weeks. Nothing had changed in my life, no new information, no magical download from the universe, just a different body state. And suddenly my brain could do its job again. And that's the point. Now, if, like me, you're reaching way past the moon into another galaxy with the sheer volume of things that you try to cram into your day, what I say next will probably have you nodding your head. So once your brain comes up with a simple, fantastic solution into that irritating problem, it seems to also get creative on why you should wiggle out of following through. So my brain loves the whole "you're too busy" mantra, in the hope that I'll just pretend the solution was never presented. But here's the thing, I don't have time is like the most socially acceptable way to say this feels unsafe. I'm overloaded. If I stop, I might feel something, or if I slow down, I realize how tired I am. So your brain keeps you busy. Busy feels productive, busy feels control, busy feels safe, until it doesn't. Now, thankfully, once you know your mind's wiggle out of it mantra, you can start putting that info on ice and get to doing the very thing you need to do to succeed. And here's how you can use this today to make your life that little bit easier. I call it the kettle boiling reset. So you don't need a yoga mat, you don't need leggings, you don't need to become that person who says namaste unironically. And you also don't need 11.5 minutes and the bath tap turned on. You just need 60 to 90 seconds of telling your body we're not in danger. So while the kettle is boiling is a perfect opportunity for you to be stood up. Yes, really. Stretch your arms overhead and take 3 slow breaths. Roll your shoulders back 10 times like you're undoing the last 6 hours of tension. Open and close your hands hard 10 times. You'll be shocked how much stress lives in your grip. And then loosen your legs. Maybe a gentle hamstring stretch or a slow calf stretch against the countertop. That's it. Not because stretching is a personality trait or a new hip fashion statement, because movement is a signal and your body and your brain listens to signals. Now, here's the truth. If your mind feels cluttered, it's not always because you need better thoughts. Sometimes it's because your body's hoarding stress chemistry, like it's auditioning for an upcoming reality TV show. And the lowest pressure way out isn't more mindset work. It's a body first reset that gives your brain enough space to think. Now, inside the lab, we've got a video called The Easiest Way to Clear Your Mind and Cheat Your Body. It's the most low pressure way that I know to stop your body from stockpiling stress chemistry so that your mind can finally shut up for 5 minutes. Link in the description below.